Let's start with Mario. Okay, so return to where Mario Maker began. I was upset because back in the day there was an indie game that was the beginning of Mario Maker, the true beginning, not a bootleg after the fact, but someone making their own Mario game, and then Nintendo takes it and makes Mario Maker and forgets like so many of the lessons that the game actually gives you in the indie game. But anyhow, then I just went off on Nintendo. Um, Nintendo ended such creative works, such as for valid reasons, just add a glitch tag. Seriously though, they already had a tag system in Mario Maker 2. They didn't have to remove glitches, they just needed to remove the glitch levels, hopefully properly tagged, from the course world. You say it's a glitch? Good. Fine. We just won't include it in course world. You'll have to find it by popularity, or you'll have to find it by um, maybe make a glitch course world where glitches are possible. You know what I mean. Um, Also, many costumes are not Nintendo property. This is a controversial thing to say because you would think that all of the characters in Nintendo's own game would be something that they knew that they had the rights to use. But in fact, a lot of them were second party, third party things that used the Nintendo platform, and they don't actually have the right to use those characters at all. They weren't the makers of them. They only have a slight collaboration, so you'd have to ask for permission for all of those, which they might have had, but still, does that give them like any amount of revenue from Mario Maker 2? Chances are no. It's frustrating. Um, they took out Lanky Mario, which was the best one. I mean, yeah, they didn't include Lanky Mario in the Mario Maker 2. The overlapping pipes was good and removed. That was dumb. The comments were removed and not handled correctly. Like back in the day, I'm gonna say that they could have handled the comments correctly, but they just did not put in the effort because it's hard. And even now, when you have the ability to write all the different comments that you could, it was still hard. Like you could literally just type whatever you want in the comments, and they have better systems now. Whatever. 10 out of 10 rage bait. Do you mean me or the video? I responded, "This video is wrong. Please understand eventually." I did respond. I don't remember if my response is on this channel. Good question. How would I even be able to find it? Did I say Twin Paradox? Did I say some other nonsense as my title? Who knows? I cannot continue. You did blow my mind. Well, yeah, because
It would just be whiteness. It would just be bright.
I'm about to blow your mind. Because if you got galaxies and whatever else going in circles, and you have entire, like, every bit of the universe moving, notice how the parts will sometimes block each other from being visible? I had a few more comments to make, such as the very fact that you're going to collapse stuff into stars means you're going to have gaps. So you can't have an infinitely dense universe it can't be white everywhere, no matter how far you go, as well as the infrared. So I'm like, yay. So, oh wait, yeah, thank you. For that comment. They have been commenting more, which is interesting. I don't remember if that's like, oh, but why is it raisin? Good question. Don't know how to explain. Non-Canadians lost on the raisin. French Canadians are struggling to say grape. I mean, I'm not struggling to say it. It's that pronunciation in general doesn't have to be perfect, but sometimes I'll like not fully say all of a word. And whatever. I don't care. Um, oh, something new, grape, yeah. And then that's all of the comments so far. A new subscriber, thank you to new subscriber. Is it one of the people who commented? Miss Noodles? I don't see the noodles. So okay, we got a noodles. Yay for noodles, I guess. That's basically it. I don't know what to tell you. The problem, okay, let me tell you the problem with the twin paradox. Okay,
I have never in my life gotten.
I have never cared less. The problem with the twin paradox is that there's this whole thing about how light will travel through space and whatever else. But there are three things they get complete. Off the top of my head, I can think of three things they got completely wrong. First of all, you have the distance that they would have traveled in a year, which changes the amount of time that it takes light to return back.
Terra's second burst, she will already be on her return journey. But now
So, like,
to travel 1 light year, its path will be a 45-degree diagonal line. And because Stella is traveling away from it, by the time the light catches up to her, over 7 total years will have passed for Terra and over 4 for Stella. By the time Stella observes
look, I don't really give a damn about your 45-degree line. The point is that when you think of actual distance and space, you have to think of the regular distance and space. So when someone travels at 83% the speed of light, that means that their signal will take only 83% the time of a light year for the light signal to get to where it was going. Somehow they messed that up, I think. But also there was something about their reasoning is like time dilation. It's just not time dilation. This is just how signals are. It has nothing to do with changing time. It's more about the way it is when you send signals that are getting closer and closer to someone versus if the signal is trying to keep up with someone else who is also going at near relativistic speeds. So there was also the idea about who's going to be older in the end of it.
and her perception of time itself.
Not really. The thing is, time dilation is a complete myth. There are some math problems they did wrong. So there's two things, and who would be the older one? Well, I forget what their answer is, but it's irrelevant to me, the
So her
case.
velocity was a constant 0. But when Stella changed her direction for the return journey, she entered a different reference frame from the one she'd started in. Terra and Stella now both have a better understanding of how space-time works. And as twins who are 11...
Yeah, I made a better video about this earlier, some point, I don't know where. Wish I could find out. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I went at length on the twin paradox, mistaken twin paradox, because, like, seriously, there is a massive things to talk about. I may or may not have to look through that video, see if I'm correct, and then just make a follow-up. I'm not doing that now. Toodles.